Hey everybody, Coach Greg Wagoner here with your week 6 briefing for the winter training block. I am here, if you don't know, I'm on a training camp with some of my private coaching athletes, and we're on day 2 right now. It's about 40 degrees and raining, so we knew the bad weather was coming in, and so therefore took the opportunity yesterday on day 1 to complete or attempt our hardest ride of the training camp. So I am extremely proud right now because I had a team of people do an incredibly hard ride, challenging conditions, and man, they all crushed it. So I am feeling awesome right now. I'm also feeling, I think you saw my post about my wife launching her own venture to accelerate a breast cancer vaccine project, and so I'm feeling very proud and motivated at the time. Lots to be motivated through. So maybe I just wanted to spend this week and talk about motivation. You guys, as always, the weekly topic you came through, and so many of us all are going through tough things and using it as motivation and finding ways to take better care of ourselves and figure out what this journey is all about. So I think the more we define it and talk about it, the better. Here's some things I have, some items on motivation that I came up with, and maybe we can talk through the why of motivation, and hopefully that's helpful. So number 1, neurotransmitters, right? The brain's best friend, neurotransmitters. When we ride, we release dopamine. Every time you hit a new PR or crush a hill or do a ride like my group did yesterday. Some of them were on their bike for 7 hours yesterday, by the way. So every time it's like a tiny celebration every time we get that dopamine. And so it's no wonder we keep coming back for more of this stuff. So that's a neurotransmitter. Number 2, the SMART goals, right? We talked about this just a couple weeks ago. Setting up specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals so that we can have successes. We can tick the boxes as we go along, and the brain lights up like a fireworks display. It loves clear objectives, and the anticipation of success is one thing I think that keeps us coming back, that keeps us motivated. So goals keep us coming back. How about habits? The power of habits is incredibly motivating. So ever notice how riding, it becomes addictive, kind of? I think a lot of us has felt that. Well, that's a habit formation. As we consistently pedal through the training blocks, our brain rewires itself, making cycling a part of our daily routine if it hasn't already. And so soon enough, it feels weird if we don't ride. So I think that, in a way, the habit is motivating, right? How about, this is where we split in the different kinds. So there's intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation, and the intrinsic being the internal drive or the sheer joy we get from riding, and extrinsic being the external rewards, like achieving a fitness goal, an FTP test, crushing a hill, or earning virtual validation from friends, like getting likes on your posts. So keep doing that in the Facebook group. Balancing the two, intrinsic versus extrinsic, is the sweet spot for long-term motivation, I feel. How about the social connection boost? This team is a powerhouse of motivation, if you think about it. The social aspect of group activities, even virtual, especially virtual ones, maybe because you're always there, amplifies the motivation. However much, yeah, it's so much. When we share our triumphs and our obstacles or our challenges, it creates a sense of belonging that fuels the journey. It's so motivating. And the last one I came up with is the mastery mindset. We're always trying to be better, and it's all about viewing obstacles. This is all about viewing obstacles as opportunities, and this gets into the mental toughness that we'll talk about soon enough. Mental toughness says that obstacles really need to be opportunities, and we learn to grow from them. So when we embrace the mindset, the mastery mindset, setbacks become stepping stones, and every ride becomes a chance to become a better version of ourselves. Speaking of chances to become better versions of ourselves, how about the rides for next week? We are in week 2 Next week will be week 6 or week 2 of a build period. So the current week we're in, week 5, is fairly intense. Next week we're going a little bit higher, with Monday having 5 sets of 30-second zone 5, 30-second recover. Okay, and then 8 sets of 8 times zone 5. Okay, 5 30-second zone 5, 30-second recover. And then 8 times 30-second zone 5, 30-second recover. 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, back and forth. It looks like a lot if you see the structure, but 30 seconds at zone 5 and then recover should be fairly doable. It does add up by the end, but again, it is doable. Wednesday, you have 3 4-minute zone 4s, followed by 2 minutes of zone 5 with a minute recovery in between. So take a look at them. Take a look at the timers ahead of time. I do have the certain percentages laid in there, and take a look at them ahead of time. You can hit edit and then just scroll down the timer, the different intervals, and see what's coming and see the percentages there. Zone 5 is 115%. I have you recovering at 70%, I believe. I honestly forget, but you do have to look at those timers and see where you're at. And then Saturday's a 75-minute PZE, but I want you to take the zone 3s at 87%. Go ahead and bump it up, okay? We are in a build phase, so it's okay to push up against sweet spot on these longer rides and give yourself a little push. So this weekend of zone 6 of week 6 and the weekend of week 7, it's okay to go ahead and let it rip. Thursday and Sunday of every week, they are endurance rides, okay? We have PZE classes, but I do want you to take the intensity down on those just a little bit. 80% for zone 3, 70% for zone 2. Go ahead and just take it easy. No PRs on those rides. They are not the time to really get after it. That's on Thursdays and Sundays. We have consistency winners. Sorry, the TSS. Actually, can I find the TSS quick? Give me a second. Got my computer screen right next to it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come back to that. With the timers, I have a 281. With the timers, it's a 281, and let's see. And that's down. That is up from 249. So weekly TSS of 281, up from 249, which is in this current week. So yeah, we're getting a little harder. That's with the timers. It's a little bit less without the timers. All right, just a second. We have some consistency winners. Remember, after you do your rides, go back into the portal and click the box, get the green check mark, get your validation, but also it lets us know who the it lets us know who's doing the ride. So it is kind of helpful to us. Obviously not entirely necessary, but if you do it, you are eligible for the consistency award winner. We pick 2 people at random most weeks. Eddie Nolan and Robin January are our winners for this week. So congratulations, guys. Look for an email and share your address so we can send you some swag. Remember, guys, we're in week 6 of an 8-week training block. Week 5, 6, and 7 are progressively harder. So remember where you are in the program. These are above threshold intervals this time. Next week is week 7 is gonna bump up even a little bit more. So, start to let things go, but know that you do have a harder week coming in week 7. And remember, we're a team working together, not only to be fit and healthy and support each other, but to get the most out of training by finding new motivators and share them with each other. And that's our message for this week. I hope you all are doing great, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.